I also had this whole complex, which is more like I only like South Indian men, dark men, because always I've also been rejected by men who always have that whole thing. I think I'm wheatish, if I have to say.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You're same.
I've also been rejected because of my skin color. So I know how exactly you feel. So that for me, the complex was the reverse complex, where I was like, I will go for men who are darker than me and who are on not on the fair side. So I used to reject men based on their skin color.
You know what, Maya?
Uh,
The thing about me is my skin tone is it's not completely darker and it's not completely fair. I would I mean I had my grinder name called Choco Fantasy because of my skin color.
you know where to find him. You know what his grinder
I
name is.
changed it. I changed it. By the way, so one of the I met one of the Italian, and he told me your skin is perfect example for a chocolate. You know, it looks like
It
chocolate.
is chocolate. I
So
would agree with you.
yeah, so that's why I had to go with the grinder name called
Choco Fantasy is really. So, coming back, like in terms of your dance form, the new kind of dance form, which I call it the go-go boy dancing. What do you think about it? You
Okay.
call it striptease,
Yeah.
which is fine, but I think you should start talking more about the movie Magic Mike, which you gained, I think, inspiration from.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So one day I was quite horny,
Oh.
and I was
Aren't
looking.
we are all horny always. We are Indians. We are always horny.
We are looking for. I was looking for porn, but
Okay.
I got bored of this porn, like come open bang and just close it.
Okay.
So then I shifted to YouTube, and I found this one video where this guy in his tight pants with great butt, great body, and giving a lap dance to another person. I was like, nice. And exactly, you know, in YouTube you have this video and you have this recommend videos or the
Yeah.
follow by next.
Yeah.
So there was this trailer of Magic Mike.
Okay. Okay.
So I clicked on it. As soon as I watched the trailer, I was obsessed with the movie. Well, 2 months I was just waiting for the movie to come on torrents so that I can download it. And one day, one fine glorious day came to my life. I downloaded the movie and watched it. And
Okay.
watched it like back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back. I fall in love with the movie.
Okay,
And it gave me an inspiration to be that. Because um, at that point in time, because of my skin color and the discrimination, I was not getting laid so much also.
Okay.
So because of that, somewhere this kind of dance form gave me more sexiness and more confidence to myself. So it's that, yeah.
Nice. So, all these the steps that you do, they have all names, right?
They
I
do.
know I
They do.
remember
They do.
seeing the movie, and I said you should do the pony, you should do this. So I was like, wait, so these kind of dance moves have names.
Yeah, they do have names.
So tell me, what is pony?
Okay, the pony is where you do a plank,
Okay.
sort of a plank with your knees apart,
Uh-huh.
and you thrust your hip apart. So that is called pony. Basically, how you ride a pony, it's like thrusting your hip apart.
Oh wow.
So that is pony.
Okay.
So there is called
so basically
grinding.
you grinding. So basically you're having sex on the floor with clothes on.
Exactly.
Okay. So could you tell more about these steps? Educate the audience. Tell them about more about these steps. You have pony. Then what else do you have?
Okay, there is grinding. Grinding where you sit on other person and you kind of do a hip rotation. That's called grinding. Or if I want to if I want to say in a layman terms or in a Kama Sutra terms, that's called cowboy. You know,
Okay.
they sit on other person and they start grinding.
grinding.
Yeah, that's grinding basically. And there's something called whining, where you
Whining?
Yeah, whining.
You mean whining like literally like people go and whine to others?
No, not like that.
Then
Whining.
go on.
Whining is it's kind of like a snake movement. What they do it from there.
Oh,
You know?
with
Yeah.
with the
With their
butt with their okay.
yeah, with the entire body, the
Pelvic
midsection,
region,
yeah,
pelvic
pelvic
region. Okay,
region.
okay.
So they do kind of this motion too.
Okay.
That's called whining.
On another person.
Yeah, and
Uh,
that could be like a person could be sitting or he could be sleeping.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure now you all learned the different forms of go-go
Striptease,
dancing.
yeah.
So would you say you are one of the go-go dancers in India?
I've never seen other people dancing, so I
So
don't know.
see, we see all this. I've seen like in RuPaul videos where there are guys actually clapping their butt. You know what I mean by
Twerking, yeah.
twerking. But I've never seen somebody who's like, you know what, I'm going on stage, I'm twerking, which you did, and you've been doing it since the time that I've seen you in Humming Tree, and I saw you like day before yesterday in Kitiko. So. Would you say that this is an art form?
Y- uh, Okay,
Like, see,
twerking.
I've been going around telling for 3 years that drag is an art form. Do you say go-go dancing is also an art form?
Yes, it is. More of a art form, more of a culture, more of a, empowerment as a dancer too. So yes, it is. I could call it an art form. Yes.
So, would you like in the future see this as a career where you will be having a horde of boys who's ready to do this on stage?
Oh yes, I'm ready to be the pimp mother or pimp father or hand of guys.
Now that you said this is an art form, do you see like a lot of people pinging you, a lot of people asking for your number, or maybe a request to do lap dances or something?
Isn't it natural for any men to ask that? It's quite natural when you see a person on stage who's performing like in their fantasies.
Right.
Obviously, they'll come and approach. Yes, I've been approached a lot.
I'll tell you one big example. Like during the Kitiko performance, the first performance, I didn't take a video because my mouth was open. I was literally like there was a part where he was wearing a tight shirt, and magically when he's moving, his just buttons just opened up. And
That was accident, by the way.
I was
That was
like-
completely accident.
I
I
was
planned
like-
to rip it
I
off.
was like, wait, he told me he's going to rip it out. How did it just magically open by itself? That was what I was thinking. And I was thinking, calculating, okay, did he just like maybe turn around and like just magically remove it?
No, that was in Maya. It was like so funny that I was actually doing my chest rotation, and my as so much I did chest rotation, it just came out just like that, and then from there I have to improvise and remove it.
So, coming back to the question, like, do you get turned on? Like, I was like, my mouth was open and I was looking at you, and I'm pretty sure the half the crowd was like that also. So, do you get aroused when you are actually having somebody on stage and you're grinding on that person?
No, not for me. I don't get turned on. I don't get horny when I'm doing on stage because I'm more into the performance at that time. But I do get later once I watch the video.
So that means you're a working professional.
Yeah,
So you prefer to be professional on stage, and maybe after that you see the video, and that's why you are in a hurry to get the video because he practically doesn't wait. He doesn't practically. He's like, give me the video now, like, and I'm like, okay, now I got the answer. You want to see yourself?
Yeah, I'm self-obsessed.
Oh,
I'm self-obsessed.
great. Who isn't? So, do people treat you like a toy? They want to use you and just throw you out. And
Okay,
all that?
look, Maya, what it is now. See, not many people in India, they don't know about what is go-go dancing, what is striptease. So basically, it's a sin.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm a sinner. Doesn't matter. I love
think
it.
we all sin. I don't see this point of calling, oh, you are the sinner.
Oh,
You've
if
got
I'm
to
a
go to
sinner-
church, you have to go to temple, you have to go to mosque.
If
Please.
I'm a sinner, I'm the best sinner in the whole world.
Do what you're good at. Exactly.
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 So people kind of take it in a wrong way. They call me prostitute. They call me gigolo. They've offered me money for having sex. Of course, they treat me like a boy toy.
Mm-hmm. Uh, and do you see like a chance of you having a long-term relationship, of you maybe settling down with a guy, maybe?
I would love to. I would love that. I'm still open to it. If any of you guys are looking on a date, me.
Yeah, so it's an open listening. He's still single, guys.
Yeah.
And you can still reach out to him. I'm not giving you the number. You can go have the balls and go and ask him for the number.
Yeah.
So yeah. Do you face any difficulty in terms of getting dates? In like, to go out on a date. You don't want to like meet him for just one hookup night and just be over with it. Maybe go on a date, maybe get to know the person. Do you get
Yeah, it's certainly very difficult for me to look for a date because of my appearance, because of what I do, and people just consider me as a sex machine, or I'm here for sex. They never want to get to know what is inside of this one. So people, they only message me if they have place, and if they only message me if they want to have sex. I've never had a instant. I did have quite a few people want to have a coffee or a cup of chai with me. It's a different scenarios altogether, but I definitely, if I put on a ratio, I would say 80% of people, guy who approach me, always want to get inside my pants.
So, how do you fight that? Like, see, for me, I'm being honest here that because I'm always not always, but whenever I get a chance to perform and whenever I get the chance to be in front of the camera, people assume that I'm as Maya always, and they want to sleep with me as Maya. But I keep countering it with saying, why can't you sleep with me as Alex? That sort of a thing. So, do you say that, like, listen, if I'm looking out for sex, I will tell you on your face. But I
Yes,
I
my
rather
attitude.
go on a date with you, get to know you.
You know my attitude. On my profile, it says clearly that I'm not looking for sex. If I would prefer you to meet you over a cup of coffee than your bed. That's what my profile always says. So, but people, put on the mask saying that, hey, let's go on a coffee. But right after that, they want me to meet in
The expectation is to have sex.
So basically, if they are my type, I will definitely sleep with them. If not, I will say, hey, look, bye.
Bye.